Hey everybody, welcome back to James Plays Ghost Master. We are here at the start of Act 3 and we've got 2 levels available to us. But before we jump on in, I'm going to go to the ghoul room. We got 3 new ghosts as the result of starting Act 3, and I just wanted to take a moment to just gloss over them real quick. First off is Lady Rose. She's a mirror fetter, she's a fetch, and she's pretty similar she's similar to Trisha. They have access to, I believe, almost all the same powers. The main difference here is that she has Thing in the Mirror already given to her, where Trisha has Ethereal Gift. But Lady Rose has Trojan Gift already unlocked, and that is a superior version of Ethereal Gift. Right there in the description it says you can fetter up to 4 ghosts to a gift. So I could go and spend 2,000 plasm to get Trisha that power, or I could just start using Lady Rose. I'm gonna be using Lady Rose, so I might as well get her some powers here. And I could get her Mania, but I'm not. This should be pretty good for the future. And we have other people that we want to spend plasma on anyway. Now, next up is Carter. Old Man Carter. I guess you could say he specializes in controlling people. He has a couple of cold powers as well, but you have access to Possess, you have access to Dominate, and he comes with Dance Macabre. And, I'm not sure how good the puppet type powers are, like you control them and make them dance around or whatever, like Dance Macabre and Dominate. But, it could... He may or may not be useful, we'll see. But I am going to get him Phobia. Now, each ghost that has Phobia will inflict a different fear onto people. We had seen Bridget... We'd seen Bridget before, and she has Phobia that makes people afraid of loud noises. Carter's Phobia infliction will make people afraid of the creepy crawly. So... I use Buck, I use Clatterclaws. That could come in handy. And finally, the Painter. The Painter, he specializes in making people feel sick. Lingering smells, stink, suspicious stench, queasy, choking odor, nausea, making people just... He's all about the stinky. Now you see here, he also has access to Phobia, but I don't know what that will inflict on somebody at the moment. I will have to experiment with him. But if he makes people afraid of powers that he has, like the nausea and the queasy, things like that, he could become a pretty good ghost to use in the future. If not, then I'm not really sure how much use I would get out of him. While I'm here, I'm just going to go over to Hogwash, and I'm going to get him Wild and Crazy and Spark. Just give him a little bit of a boost, because he's going to be useful in the future as well. And I believe that's going to be it. We still have a good chunk of Plasm, but we are not quite done with the game yet, so I'll hold on to it for now. Now, which mission will I be going to? I've decided I'm going to do Spooky Hollow first.
We are always seeking spirits to add to our forces, and headless horsemen are one of the rarest haunters. After all, how often does a person on a horse lose their head? We have discovered that there is a conspiracy afoot to develop Spooky Hollow, one involving the summoning of a headless horseman known as the Dragoon. Your task is to find the conspirator, expose them to their fellow mortals, and find a way to recruit the Dragoon. so that we may use it to punish the mortals who foolishly believe they can dabble in our affairs without fear of the consequences.
This is a straight up puzzle level. So we want ghosts that will use their powers to make things happen besides scaring people. In fact, we really don't want to scare anybody. And this team, I really don't like at all. I don't understand how I can even complete this mission with this team. It's probably something I'm not seeing. Maybe I'm supposed to have powers that I haven't bought or something. I'm not sure. But it really doesn't work for me. There's 3 ghosts here that I will be using, which means 5 of the recommendations I hate. So I'm gonna pick out my team, and I will tell you why. First off, Blair Wisp. He has Hypnotic Image. We've seen that. It's a really strong obsessive power. It'll draw people in from a great distance. Now we're going to get Hard Boiled. Hard Boiled has blood powers, particularly gore. And that will be useful in getting one of the ghosts in this mission. Now we're going to get Aether and Rain Dancer, 2 weather people, Gather Winds, and Rain. And that's going to have multiple uses in this level, if things go well. Bonsai is an alternate to a solution to solving one of the ghost-getting puzzles. Now we're going to take Weather Witch, again more weather, specifically Gus, and Harriet we want for Ethereal Gift. That'll be used for Hard Boiled to have something to fetter to. And finally Fingers with Unearthly Calm. So this is my team. This is what I found works for me.
Identify the Dragoon's master, then reveal their identity to the other mortals.
They make it sound like we don't know who is summoning the Dragoon, even though we've seen it explicitly in the intro. And there's this going on here in the mission. So there's Earl, and he's got the Headless Horseman's skull, and he will summon the Dragoon. The Dragoon will tear ass through the level. Anybody he runs into will receive a significant amount of terror, to the point where a good chunk of these people will be out of the level just on first contact. One hand, that's good for our plasm. On the other hand, we need people, so we can't let them all get scared away. Now, a couple things to note. This house, can't even look into it. So when people are inside, they are grayed out. So there's nothing I can do with this house or the people that are in the house. Another thing to note is this aura around the windmill, the interior. I can't get in there either. Can't put ghosts in there. And we'll see more aura type restrictions in the future. I'm going to presume that there's an aura in this house.
Deeds transpire within the windmill's walls. Find some way to intervene.
Alright, so he summoned the Dragoon, and I've already lost track of him. That's fine. He will appear out of a portal and then go back into a portal. Let's take a quick look. Doesn't look like he got... Well, he did get somebody, Ben, and I got the plasm for it. That's good. We actually need that to happen at least once, so that we will have enough plasma to work with for finishing this mission. We could just scare people ourselves, but I'd rather not.
My tribe roamed this land hundreds of years ago. They called me Black Crow, their guardian, the strongest hunter. Then the outsiders came. They slew my kin, buried me in my own land, then built a wooden dwelling above my body. This land must be returned to the wild, as it was when I was alive. For my people, and for the land.
Black Crow is trapped here in a rundown shack. It's so rundown that it counts as outside. So we're going to try and blow it down, Big Bad Wolf style. So we'll put Aether in there and Weather Witch just outside. That combination will create some very strong winds. And that'll also serve another purpose. See, strong winds cause the windmill to turn. And it causes the mechanism to move, which knocks the skull off, which means he can't continue his ritual. But he does have the levers there, and he'll pull on them. And that will put a stop to the movement so he can resume his summoning. We could make the storms even stronger to the point where he's unable to stop it. And we will probably be doing that in the near future. Very theatrical ghost there, and since it wasn't made explicit, there we go. So we need blood to touch the Scarecrow. Also, note, Ben Hamner is out of here. He's moving a little bit slow because of those strong winds, but he will run on out. And our winds have knocked the skull off again. They'll keep doing that over and over, but we can just completely cut them off by, maybe making a little rain. So let's go ahead and do that in this puddle. And the winds will become stronger, the weather will become harsher, and the lightning will strike this tree. For some mysterious reason.
Storm Talon, prince among elementals, answers your call of thunder and lightning. That is a lie to thwart all presumptuous mortals who dabble in astral affairs beyond their concern.
And that's Storm Talon. He is a very secret ghost. You can't click on him or anything. You wouldn't know he was here. But that's how you get him. You create a strong enough storm, and boom. Now, the weather is to the point where he cannot stop the windmill, and he will gradually gain terror as a result of that. Which isn't super good, but we should be okay for now.
Black Crow and the land, thank you, strange one. How may I repay your kindness?
And there's that dealt with. Another way that we could have dealt with that is Bonsai. Using Quake, it'll destroy it right away. No waiting or anything. But we wanted that weather to kick up. So I would just use him if I was impatient. He may still serve a purpose, though. We will see. Anyway, the rain has filled up this spot a little bit more, so now he is in the water. Now we just need to turn that water to blood. So Harriet will drop a present for us to work with. And now we bench her, and we will get hard-boiled bound to that present. And now our little Scarecrow friend can drink up. Yum, yum, yum. All done. We've got all our ghosts except for the Dragoon. Now, I wasn't able to find him and click him when he was running around, and I don't want to keep him running around just for the sake of showing it. But he makes it clear that the way to free him is to have his skull returned to his grave. So our next step here is we'll get rid of Hardboiled. We'll get rid of everybody. We'll bring that weather back down to non-devastating levels. He'll be able to resume his ritual, and people will start coming back out of their house. Hey, look, twinsies. Yeah. Anyway, we'll just wait a little bit for people to come back out. And what we need to do next is we need somebody to come see him doing his summoning ritual. So, first off, I'm going to just put Weather Witch up here, just in case they're too far away. That siren song should draw a couple people in. There we are. Now let's go ahead and do Hypnotic Image right here near the windmill. So now I'll bench her. And there, we've got it. We need just one person, but we got two. Now let's set you up for when I'm ready to use you. Because they need to be calm after they see him. And actually, what are you doing? You're not doing your summoning. I can't see, but he shouldn't be too freaked out. We'll see. Now we'll bind fingers to this emotional bear trap because somebody is over here looking in the window. We'll put some butterflies onto him.
Dragoon to chase the mortal from Spooky Hollow.
Alright. When somebody sees him in there, he's supposed to summon the Dragoon. And the Dragoon will... There he is.
Though I be not proud to serve my craven mortal master, I am bound by ancient law. I cannot leave his service until his schemes are revealed. Then, in accord with legend, mortal hand may return my skinless skull to my... News of the cousin's treachery will doubtless bring a swift retribution.
Alright. So as I was saying, the Dragoon will be summoned when somebody discovers what's going on. And as a result, the person will be scared. They'll be scared straight out of the level. Doesn't matter what their terror level was beforehand, that will get them out. So you need to prevent that from happening. And that's why you use Unearthly Calm. It makes them, if not immune, incredibly resistant to being scared by things. And that will allow the person to get back to the house and tell people that, hey, this creepy windmill dude is causing problems. Now they'll go back. Here we are. They're just going. We don't actually need to be drawing them in. And I'm not sure why he's stuck over here. I guess we're getting a little bit lucky. And hopefully that doesn't screw anything up for us. They were able to see him in there performing the ritual, so hopefully this next step will also go off without a hitch. But they'll check in there again. Apparently old Grandpa's going to be the one. Looks like he's wearing a dress shirt and then like footy pajamas or something. Oh, it's the other guy who's knocking on the window. So he'll bang, and Earl will come out, and they'll have a little talk. They'll say, hey, what are you doing in our windmill? You jerk. He does look like a jerk. Now we can just watch this thrilling cutscene. He's like, don't you do that. Give me that skull. And Earl will now take off. He will run around the level. And once the skull is buried, we will get the Dragoon. And then all we will have to do is scare Earl out of the level, and we will be done with this mission. So we will talk about the ghost that we received just as soon as he's buried. that skull, and we have access to everybody. Good job there. Yeah, just right under the surface. That won't get washed away or anything.
Now turn me upon my erstwhile mortal master, and let him suffer twicefold the fear of his own victims.
Alright, now all the ghosts are accounted for. First up, Scarecrow. He is a horde type, and like Clatterclaws and Buck, he will summon things to pester people. In this case, he uses crows. Black Crow is kind of all over the place with his powers. I wouldn't even really know how to describe what kind of specialization they were aiming for. He's got a little bit of weather, a little bit of making people afraid. He's got possessed, choking odor, and buried alive. Buried alive is a very strong skill, and it does exactly what it says. Now we have Storm Talon and Dragoon. These are going to be two of the most powerful ghosts that we have on our team. Storm Talon is all about weather. He's got rain, tempest, typhoon. Then he's got a couple of electrical powers like surge and blackout. So very, very strong ghost. And then even stronger is the Dragoon, who will be tackling Earl. So we're going to go all the way up to Phobia, and he will be made afraid of being hunted. So let's go ahead and pick on Earl. Now you saw, he takes off. He will run around a level all on his own without needing to be told to do that. So we'll have to keep rebinding him so that we get Earl. Now he's been made afraid of being chased, and then we chased him. So that's very good. And yeah, he's just all about straight up scares. All about terrorizing the crap out of people. And, let's see, you know what? Let's try and trap him. Keep him in one spot for a little bit. No. Oh, wait, maybe? Yeah, now he's stuck. Okay. Now he's not stuck. And this is just what we do. We just keep focusing down on him. The Dragoon is very good for scaring him. We can use other people. Like, I just used Bonsai. But the Dragoon is just really good for what we want done here. And he's almost out of here. You know what? Let's see about... No, there's not going to be anything good to do for that. Maybe a little thunderclap would be... Oh, well, it doesn't matter. He's already out. Yeah. So we are going to be enjoying a lot of fun with the Dragoon in the near future, for sure. And 1628, that's not a bad time at all. Obviously, we want to get under 15, and I should be able to do that on a replay. Be a bit faster with things, and not sitting around and talking, you know? So that is done. We got a nice new handful of ghosts, and we're going to be heading over to Ghost Breakers next time. So hopefully you will come and enjoy a little more Ghostmaster. We're getting pretty close to the end, so I hope you will enjoy it as much as I do once we get there.